Hello everyone, I am Aman Khare and I am selected for the post of Income Tax Inspector through SSC CGL 2021. And today, actually from this video onwards, I am going to bring a series of videos in which I will be telling you how I cracked this exam, how I cracked SSC CGL 2021 while being in a job, while being employed in a private company situated in Pune, and also how I worked out how my plan worked out, because I did not take any coaching. So I'll explain you how I cracked this exam without coaching as well. Before we start about the strategy and plan, I would like to give a brief introduction about myself. I am from Chhatarpur, Madhya Pradesh, and I completed my schooling from Maharshi Vidya Mandir, Chhatarpur till 12th, and I completed my graduation in 2019 from SGSITS Indore. I did mechanical engineering, and in the college itself, through the campus placement program, I was placed in a company called Rainy Shaw, which is located in Pune, and it is headquartered in UK, United Kingdom. So I was placed in that company for 5.03 lakh per annum, and after my graduation was completed, I took that job and I had started working there, and I worked there for almost 3.5 years, from June 2019 to December 2022. Okay, now proceeding to SSC CGL. So for the people who don't know about SSC, so I'll quickly explain what is SSC and what are all the posts that SSC recruits for. So SSC is an organization which stands for Staff Selection Commission. It is an organization which is being run by Government of India, and through SSC only government recruits officers, assistants, and for many other posts for different ministries, for different departments, and at different levels through many different exams. So SSC CGL is one of those exams that that are conducted by SSC, that is Staff Selection Commission. So majorly CHSL, which stands for Combined Higher Secondary Level, SSC CGL, which is Combined Graduate Level, and SSC MTS. These are three exams which many students, many aspirants give, and they are posted for working in Government of India for different ministries and different departments. So SSC CGL is like for CGL, which stands for Combined Graduate Level. It is an exam which is actually only the people who are eligible for this exam, for giving this exam, should be at least a graduate. They can have any graduation degree, and they can sit for this exam. And so SSC CGL recruits for many different posts. So some of the glamorous posts, I would say, or some of the most recognized departments for which people can give this exam are Income Tax Inspector, for which I have been selected. It comes under Central Board of Direct Taxes. Similarly, we have Excise and GST Inspector, which is for Indirect Taxes Department. And we have ASO, which stands for Assistant Section Officer, in different ministries located in Delhi: Ministry of Railways, Ministry of External Affairs. We have Assistant Section Officer in Election Commission as well. We have Assistant Section Officer in Central Secretariat Services as well. Apart from these services, which are mostly are level 7 services and group B officers, we have some posts which are of level 8, and we have two posts actually. So they both are Assistant Audit Officer and Assistant Account Officer, which are only gazetted officer posts, which are recruited through SSC CGL, and they are 4800 grade pay, and rest which are officer level and inspector levels, including preventive officer in customs, and they are all 4600 grade pay and group B posts. Apart from these officers level posts, we have some posts for assistant in several departments. We have junior accountants. Similarly, we have auditor in CAG. So for all these posts which have different grade pay, different level, people sit, aspirants sit for the exam, and after clearing the exam, according to the merit, according to the rank, according to the marks they get, they are allocated the post as per their preference and merit, and then they are posted on their respective locations. Okay, so this was about CGL, Combined Graduate Level Examination. Now we will talk about CGL 2021, through which I am selected. Till 2021, SSC CGL had a different pattern for exam. We have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, which is also called typing test, and then we had document verification. And now, after 2022, since 2022, SSC has implemented new pattern through which we are actually having tier 1, and tier 2 has different modules in which all the main subjects are considered, and also typing test is included. So now we have only tier 1 and tier 2. Earlier we had tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. Briefly, before getting into the strategy and the plan, let's just briefly go through the 2021 pattern. So first we had tier 1, which is 1 hour duration exam, and we had 25 questions each from English, maths, which is quantitative aptitude, reasoning, and GS. So we had some part of current affairs and some part of static in GS. Okay, so for tier 2 we had English and maths, each had 2 hours duration of exam, and for English we had 200 questions, and for maths we had 100 questions for 2 hours each. And there are 2 different papers as well, which are for 2 different posts, which are junior statistical officer and statistical investigator. It is paper 3, and paper 4 in tier 2, it belongs to assistant audit officer, the only gazetted officer post which we had discussed earlier. So it is paper 4 in tier 2. And after tier 2 we had tier 3. After a span of 2 or 3 weeks, we had tier 3, which is a descriptive exam, in which there were 2 questions. One was related to essay, and second was actually related to letter writing. It can be formal, informal. We had application writing and pressy writing. So any of these 4, 2 letters, application and pressy, one would come in the exam, and we had to write. So it was a pen and paper examination, which is called descriptive examination, tier 3. And after tier 3 we had tier 4, which had typing test and CPT. So there are some posts even for 2022, and afterwards we have a CPT test, which includes both typing and computer questions related to computer. But earlier we had 2 sets of exams in CPT. One was typing, normal typing, which is for 2000 depressions, which is almost 27 words. And another portion was related to PowerPoint and Excel, in which we were given some data and we had to generate slides for a PowerPoint and an Excel sheet for Excel part. So it was also an average kind of task, which can be done after a practice of 15 to 20 days. And after this, the typing test, we had document verification, in which we have to fill the post preference, and we have to get some documents to the department, and after the final result we will be allotted the post according to our merit, according to our preference, and afterwards we will be allotted the region we are going to be posted. Okay, so this was the pattern, this was the process through which all the aspirants and I went through, and we have got our respective posts. I know it has taken a bit longer time, but for the beginners, for the people who are aspiring for the exam, I found it extremely important to explain this pattern and tell them how it works. Okay, now comes the most important part of the video, which is how I cracked the exam without coaching and also while being in a job in a private firm. So the basic rules I will tell, because in the upcoming videos I'll be covering all the things in detail, like all the strategies that I have followed. So basic things was mostly I relied on test series, so which is from textbook. I took it and I thoroughly went through all the tests and I completely relied on that. And another thing was time management, because when you are working, when you are already employed in some organization, time management is the most important thing. And third one was giving more time on general, because GK is the part which I find the toughest, and I think most people who belong to science background find it difficult. So I had to dedicate some particular time for GK preparation. So I'll be going through all these strategies in the upcoming videos. So if you find this video helpful, please like the video and share it with your friends if they can also find it helpful. And if you want to see more of the videos, so please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.